Right, okay. So, please say something if you can hear me or if you can't hear me. So, I'm going to begin. Yes, we can hear you. Very good. I'm going to begin. My name is Ash, and this is my live drawing session. Thank you very much for everyone who's tuning in. Basically, I've been given no end of support for my stupid drawings. Yes, Dan, I'm looking forward to teaching you, sir. So I thought I'd do a live one. Never done this before. Sure to be very, very exciting. So I've been thinking to myself, this needs to be something special. This needs to be a very special drawing because it's a live drawing. I've been doing lots of superheroes lately, or people who are kind of like superheroes. And I thought I'd dig deep and draw some material from one of my favourite superhero films of all time. One of the best superhero films ever made, I think you'll agree. So I picked up a lovely shot from that movie, and here it is. Drum roll, please. It's the fabulous Val Kilmer and his lady friend Nicole Kidman from the excellent film Batman Forever, the only Batman film to come out in 1996. And there we are. And I'm going to draw that for you. And hopefully you will learn some skills and we'll have some fun along the way. So here we go. I mean, there is no better choice for a drawing than Val Kilmer. I mean, look at him. Look, he's fantastic. Look at his face. There's a real sacred geometry to his face, to his eyes, to his nose, to his mouth. You know, it's asymmetrically perfect. And there's a lot that could go wrong with this drawing. But I think that with a bit of skill and determination and the courage of conviction, I can pull this off. And yeah, Nicole Kidman as well there. So here we go. I have no idea what Nicole Kidman's character's name is in this film. Completely forgotten. Because I was going to do Batman and Robin, but I couldn't find a decent picture of Chris O'Donnell. So here we go. So heads. I always start with the heads. And I'm going to get stuck right in. I'm going to draw Valerie's head there. So there you go. There's his forehead. See, once you get the heads going, everything else kind of locks into place. You can see some very tender strokes there. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull him into focus, and I'm just going to draw it up like that. There you go. That's if you're wondering what the hell I've just drawn there, that's his lovely little mouth going up there. So I'm gonna follow through. I'm gonna follow through with that, and do his little ear poking at the bottom, and square it off with a big fat sideburn. And then I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to get stuck straight into this one. Drawing's kind of like, I think of drawing as it's kind of like just diving headfirst out of a tree. You know, you just put pen to paper and you don't take the pen off that paper. You just really get stuck in. You know. So I'm gonna do some wavy lengths of hair. This is all in the drawing. This is everything you see now. It's an exact, from my perspective, with my understanding of the geometry of humanity, that this is all in the picture in some shape or form. Now what's going to happen now is when I go down here, that line is going to glide gently past his ear and just join at the bottom, and I'm going to square it off with a line there. Beautiful. Okay, now you might think I'm going to fill in some detail now, but I'm not. I'm going to skip over here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to draw the shape of Nicole Kidman's head. Which is partially concealed by that lovely golden hair. Yeah, and then what? I mean, these are like the faces, the shapes of the faces. They're like the blueprint of the drawing. They're like the shoes that you put on to go in your drawing hike. Any artist will tell you this. Um, James Griffiths theorizes that Nicole Kidman's character in this film was Batgirl. Everyone Google it. Thank you, Adam. I'm working on the curly afro as we speak. Right, okay, so I mean you can already see where this is going. I mean I'll fill in all the tat, all the detail after, as long as you get that basic premise down, everything else it just kind of locks into place. You know, I mean, you don't need to worry too much. I'm just going for vague shapes there, and then there's a load of skin, and here we go. So this is looking good so far. And thank you, John Mull, who says I've got amazing pen and technique. Thank you, sir. So have you, my friend, if my memory serves me right. Okay, right. Features. Now, as you can see, the majority of Val Kilmer's face is his forehead. The rest of it is kind of squashed down the bottom a little bit. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna dive straight into this, and I'm gonna do an eye. And I think this is as good a place as any. Now, eyes aren't always strictly ovular, as any artist will tell you. It's a sort of curvy line, and then another curvy line, and it's always important to do a little sketch of the nose just to make sure that you do that. Otherwise you'll do the eyes together and then you won't have any space to do the nose. If I had a penny for every time that happened. Okay, alright Val, let's have it, mate. Okay, vague shapes could be in the name of the collection. When you publish it to Kindle. That's very presumptuous of you, Reese. Okay, well there's a pupil. And now comes pupil number 2. There we go. Look at that. Now sometimes when you draw things don't always go to plan. I'm under good authority that the eyes are perfectly placed. I'm not convinced. So I think he needs his buddy. I think Nicole Kidman needs to rock up to save the day here. So I'm gonna leave that where it is for now. I'm gonna try not to think about that for the moment, because I'm a little nervous that it's just not valley enough. So I'm gonna rescue it by doing some Nicole eyes. I'm gonna take some of my own advice. Draw the nose, and there's a bit of shade. Just scribble that in. I mean, don't have to worry too much about shade. It's not, it's just something that people talk about, but you can get by with a good drawing without it. Looking good. Nicole Kidman. She strikes me as someone who really takes pride in her appearance, and I intend to reflect that with her pupils and her eyebrows. There you go. Do that there, and it's kind of sort of that shape, and then a big old nostril there. Takes up most of the nose, and that's just the angle, Okay, do the lips. lips. Nicole Kidman there. Amazing golden hair and ruby lips. A real femme fatale. And you know, mouths are interesting. It's not just not just a gaping chasm. There's all kinds of details you need to fill in there. I'm going to carry on. I'm just gonna do all this. You know, the stronger Kidman looks, the better good old Valerie's going to look. I think there's a real sort of horrible likeness to that. Okay, right, here we go. So now that's given me a boost of confidence over Val over here, so I'm going to finish where I started with him. So I'm going to do his pert little nose there, which is kind of goes off a little bit, kind of like that, and then it stretches, and while I'm there, I'll just do whacking some eyebrows. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, I've made a real pig's ass of that nose, but the thing about drawing, as any artist will tell you, it's you just got to smash through it. Kidman's snarl, super realistic. Now, the entire time I've drawn this, I've been really excited about drawing Mr. Val Kilmer's mouth. So I'm going to do it. In stages. I'm going to do. I mean, that's not that. You might think that's him smiling. It's not. That's just his bottom lip. Okay, like I said, I'm doing this in stages, and then he's got a sort of top lip that just kind of goes around like that, and then it goes all blobby there, and then thins out into a sort of insubstantial point there. Yeah, nobody knows how deep that vacuous chasm in his mouth goes. You know, I'm almost tasked with the job of reinventing his mouth. And there you go. Look at that. Okay, glasses, that's an easy one. Just 2 circles. Yeah. Okay, I'll just neaten that up a bit. Just camouflage. More camouflage. More camouflage. Little line disappearing into his hair, which I've now decided is over there. Okay, right. Well, I think the faces speak for themselves. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw the bodies. Now, here's a tip. Here's a little artist tip. You know, true artists will tell you this. Is once you've drawn the faces, you can literally draw any old bollocks underneath, like literally anything. Like, you know, I mean, it's quite easy to draw because she's a bit of skin, and he's got a suit on which goes on there. But I could just be doing anything right now, you know. And there you go. There's his. He's got a little button. And yeah, I mean, I've made all sorts of mistakes in this point. You know, I've once or twice I've accidentally drawn the background in front of the body and things like that. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter because this and this is what people are paying attention to. Okay, so yeah, I'm just drawing lines. I'm not even thinking about this. There you go. It's all black. Just a big husking black shape. Again, don't worry about shade. Just do it. Look, more shade, and look at that. That's all shade too. So I'll go there as well and do his hair. Hair kind of all sort of waves off in one direction, and then he's got this real badass centre part. And I mean, you look at that and you do just think Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne there, portrayed by the mighty Val Kilmer. I mean, you know, no disrespect to old Clune Balls, but when I discovered in my teens Val Kilmer wouldn't be returning for a second Batman film, a small piece of me died inside. And there you go, Nicole Kidman, she's got a bit, yeah, she's wearing a sort of dress, so there's a line to signify the dress. I might just close off that picture by doing a sort of line there. You can do that, you can get away with that. Now, you might also notice there's some peeps behind. I actually wondered if that was Chris O'Donnell, my original target there. But I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Someone Google it, please. But I'll do his little face peeping out there, just to really tie up again. There's I don't know what's going on with this guy's head. Pretty strange. Beautiful strokes. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. That means a lot coming from you, sir. Okay, this is guy's eye. It's not even an eye. It's like a weird sort of. Looks like a little silverfish or something. So I'll just draw that. Some sort of line there, and I mean, you just got to trust in the picture. If you copy what's in the picture exactly how it is, and you won't go wrong. Okay. And I think that the sort of central background figure here is your man with a flashbulb there. You know, your little peeping Tom in the background, and it appears he's sort of merged with some lady behind him. Yeah, that's a thought. It might be Clayface. Secret Clayface cameo. But I mean, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and draw it. Big triangular bit to his head. Yeah, I mean, I kind of. All right, okay. So it turns out there's a big old gap which I did not take into account. So yeah, I'm gonna round that off, and again, when these things happen, it's best to just carry on. So I'm just gonna kind of squash all his features into the to the corner. It's cool. It's cool. I don't know what I don't know what that is. Is that a camera? Some weird frame? I don't know. Okay, there you go. Alright, okay. Yeah, and then guy's hair sort of does that. That woman's mergy head. Yeah, I mean, I've compressed 3 perfectly innocent humans into one gelatinous mass, but I'm going to pin that blame on Joel Schumacher. And yes, look, finally a hand to draw. I love drawing hands and fingers. There you go. Fingers are great. We all love a good finger. Underrated, that's what I call Batman Forever. Underrated. All-star cast. When I was a child, I had a poster. Val Kilmer in my bedroom. And there's a man's ear. I've chosen to ignore that other hand. Just going to do a little ear. Boop. There you go. And I don't know what possessed me to do that extra line. I think just rounding it off. Right. The original, the copy. Let's have them slowly craned into the same shot at the same time. If you can manage that. I mean, yeah. Well, I'm going to stick it in the archive. I'm happy with that. And yeah, if you want, you can just don't know, just throw that crap in the background. It's fine. You're all right. And there you go. Well, I'm going to sign that. And thank you very much, everyone. Anyone want to rate it before I say goodbye? How Valish does Val Kilmer look? And how cross does Nicole Kidman look? And how authentic is that shape compared to that shape? Well, I just want to say thank you so much, everyone, for joining my live art session. Please take note of the things I said because I do know what I'm talking about. Okay, you can't just throw this together. It's 5 out of 7, wonderful. It's yeah, takes a lot of work, but keep practicing. And once you start drawing, just finish it, and you're all good. Okay, well, I got a bunch more requests, and if you enjoyed this, then I'll do another live session, which I like to leave as a kind of surprise. So I don't know when I'm going to do the next one, but here we go. Hope you all enjoy. If I were you, I'd stop what you're doing and I would go and watch Batman Forever and think about what happened today. Goodbye, and I'm sorry, and I love you all, and peace out. Cheerio.